4209 Northeast 131st Avenue. It's June 26th, about 6:15 p.m. This is Grandma's house. The tenants that had been in here the last 8 or so years have just moved out. So we're doing an initial walkthrough to get an idea of the scope of work that we want to perform to get this prepped and ready for Grandma. First appearances, need some trimming on the hedges, both across the front of the property and these over there on the north side of the property. The rest of it in the front, just some routine trimming and mowing would be more than sufficient. There is a sprinkler system in place. The control valve is underneath the water outlet or faucet here on the outside near the front door. Need to investigate that to determine if it's functional or not. Some quick notes. The water main valve is right next to this light post at the corner of the property. The gas main is there on the north side of the garage, and the power is on the south side of the garage, which we'll see in a moment. A couple things notated already. Multiple downspouts from the gutters need to be reconnected to the drainage system. As shown here, this is completely disconnected. The one over here by the garage is also disconnected and needs to be addressed. And I believe the one in the back is good, but we'll double check that. Possible ideas: wrapping these front posts maybe with some cedar or something else to kind of hide these brackets, give it a little bit better finish appearance wise, would be an option or an idea. Also, there's a receptacle above on this area that is full of multiple insect nests, wasps or bees or something. They don't look to be active, so that'll need to be cleaned out and removed. Otherwise, just some basic landscaping here in the front. The crawl space vents on both here on the side, on both sides of the front door, seem to be semi-blocked. Definitely want to get that pulled out. Here's another one over here that needs to be addressed. All the meters seem to be functioning at the moment, showing zero usage, which is what they should be for an empty house, but they all seem to be in good repair and easily accessible. This other downspout, as I mentioned. The overall exterior of the house, it's entirely wrapped with vinyl siding. It seems to be in good condition. A couple of hot spots or damaged points here at the bottom of the garage door here was damaged. Nothing really to be concerned about, but just notated. It does need to be pressure washed and scrubbed just to give it a nice cleaning, but otherwise appears to be in good shape. The gutters also appear to be in good shape all along. They seem to be seamless one pieces that are not in disrepair. Climb up there anyways just to make sure that they're cleaned out, but otherwise pretty good shape so far. This RV parking here, the house side of the split gate is in good shape. It's swinging easily without any impact or touching of the ground. However, the opposite side, which would be the south side, it seems to have been connected at one point to a fence that has since been removed. That'll need to be addressed and secured because it's currently scraping the bottom of the ground when it's opening. Otherwise, it seems to be a typical cyclone fence, showing some rust and age, but otherwise in good shape. This fence seems to be in good shape. I'm not sure who put it in, if Grandma's property put it in or if the neighbors put it in. It looks like the neighbors did it, considering they've replaced this whole front portion. I would imagine that was their doing. As previously mentioned, we have the power here on the south side. There's a vent right above it. I'm going to guess that that may be a vent for the furnace. We'll have to verify that once we get inside. But otherwise, seems to be in good shape. Phone and cable here, again on the south side. There is a satellite dish on the north side, which we will probably remove. Concrete all the way around, looks decent shape. Some settling, some cracking, but otherwise nothing crazy, nothing to be concerned about. Overall vegetation in the whole backyard needs to be addressed. These shrubs and bushes haven't been hedged or trimmed in quite a number of years, so that'll take some time to clean up. There are active bees I've seen in multiple locations, so there may be a nest or a hive somewhere nearby. Something to just be cautious about. Ground-wise, not a lot of weeds, not a lot of issues there. Looks to be fairly firm and flat. Just looks like it hasn't been kept up as well as it could be, but has been recently mowed. Some quick thoughts back here. The cover patio is in great shape. Again, as with the vinyl siding, could use some cleaning, but otherwise looks to be in good condition. The doors from the outside appear to be in good shape. The only issue right now is these items here need to be relocated because this is the opening side of this sliding door, and that's would cause a hindrance or limited access to and from that door. So those will need to be replaced or relocated. Another vent down here looks to be, I'm not quite sure what that is. This might be an addition that was added at some point. We don't know. We haven't been inside yet. It doesn't seem to be a standard appearance, but something to keep an eye out and at least remove the blockage, the items that are blocking it. Another one of the downspouts, again, it kind of makes me wonder now if there's an issue, if there's blockage with why these aren't connected, or is it just simply whoever installed this got lazy and didn't want to make that connection there. So we'll see what we can do about fixing that. This would be the east side of the building. This is where we see a lot more, at least on this facility, on this location. You might not be able to see it in the camera here, but a lot of buildup of just dirt and signs of algae or mold. Nothing that wouldn't come off with a proper cleaning. So no real concerns there. The AC unit looks okay. Looks like it's been here for a while with the amount of stuff that's growing on the side of it. Simple scrubbing on that. If it works, don't fix it if it isn't broken. But obviously we're seeing signs of neglected landscape where they've come through and the grass is pretty tall and just chopped it down and left it, as you can kind of see throughout the whole yard. It's like this. This is quite the interesting little experiment. That entire plant or shrub is growing on top of what was some sort of a light metal trellis system, where it's now turned into a very large natural canopy that you can go into either through this entrance or another entrance over here on the side for a neat little covering. There's a planter box here that's in disrepair. We decide if we want to keep that or just rip it out, and I believe there's another one back around this corner. These shrubs have this viney substance, I don't know, or a plant or growth, I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it looks to be somewhat invasive because it is going to climb up these arborvitaes and choke them out. It's starting to take over these two separate plants as well, so that'll be an issue of just getting back there, finding the source of it, pulling it all out, and cleaning that up. This is also a lot of bee activity in these two bushes as well, so we might be closer to that hive. This large shrub, again, this hedge, don't know if we want to bring it down in height or keep the height. Definitely want to top it consistently all the way down and then face both the front and the side to give it some uniform shape. It is very, very deep, and from this end here, it looks like it's actually a foot or two away from the fence. Like there may be enough room to walk back there. However, down on this far corner, it is right up against the fence. So it might be something that tapers down throughout the length. We'll have to get back there with some tools and better assess that. But otherwise, everything out here looks to be in good shape. As far as the landscaping and the yard itself goes, the fences look to be in good shape for the most part. Some simple cleaning up along these edges, edge the yard, try to blow out a lot of this other debris that's here. will clean up that rock area quite a bit. And here's a satellite previously mentioned that it, if Grandma doesn't need satellite, then we'll just rip that thing out. It looks like it might go either down and around or maybe underneath and then comes up to this this portion here is where it enters the house. Windows all the way around look to be in good shape. There's not too many of them, but again, just a routine cleaning will take care of their appearance issues from the outside. And again, the gutters look to be in fairly good shape. Roof is in good shape. Don't see any buckling or waviness at this point. Lots of vents, which is good. There's also a radon vent on the south side of the property, so that's good to see as well. Otherwise, everything out here just needs a good day or two of elbow grease, and this will clean up pretty well.